Assalamualaikum. My name is Iman and I am here to present you a tutorial video on C Sharp. So, firstly I will tell you the history of C Sharp. C Sharp is a general purpose object oriented programming language. And as you all know, object oriented programming refers to the type of computer programming in which programs defines not only the data types and this data structure but also the types of operations that can be applied to the data structure. C Sharp's development team is led by Andreas. The most recent version is C Sharp 7.0, which was released in 2017 along with Visual Studio 2000. So the second thing in design goals of C Sharp, a component-oriented language. C Sharp is the first component-oriented language is C in C and C++ family. It enables non-stop programming. It has no external files like header files, IDL, etc. As you all know, C Sharp, C++ and C has header files like iostream.h, conio.h, but C Sharp has no header files, and IDL means interface description language. C Sharp can be embedded in active server pages. Embedded means to fix something firmly, and C Sharp has the ability to fix something firmly. So the next thing is everything really is an object. Traditional view, C++, Java. These two are also computer programming languages and their primitive types are magic and do not interoperate with objects. Smalltalk, Lisp. These two are also computer programming languages. The one of them is Smalltalk and it is defined as an object-oriented dynamically typed language. It was created as a language of underpin the new world of computing exemplified by human-computer symbiosis. Their primitive types are objects, but at great performance cost. C Sharp unifies with no performance cost. Unifies means it means to involve several people in an organization. Deep simplicity throughout the system. Improve extensibility and reusability. Extensibility term is seen as a systematic measure of an ability to program to extend. And their new primitive types are decimal, SQL, collection, etc. work of all time. The next thing in design goals of C Sharp is robust and durable software. Robust means strong. Garbage collection. C Sharp has no memory leaks and stray pointers. So firstly I will tell you what are the stray pointers. These pointers are very dangerous and can crash your whole program. It is created when you call delete on a pointer. So the next thing is memory leaks. It is a failure in a program to release discarded memory. It causes failure in the program, but in C Sharp it occurs when a piece of memory that was previously allocated by a program is not properly allocated but deallocated by a programmer. The next thing is exceptions. Exceptions mean error. Error handling is not an afterthought in C Sharp. Type safety. It has no uninitialized variables and unsafe codes. Versioning. Pervasive versioning consideration in all aspects of languages. Pervasive means noticeable and present in every part of program. So the next thing is program structure. C Sharp programs include namespaces that contain types and other namespaces. The next thing is type declaration. Classes, structs, interfaces, enums and delegates. These things I will explain further with explanation. Members, constants, fields, method, properties, indexers, events, operators, constructors, deconstructor. Constructor has the same name as the class or struct and they can usually initialize the data member of the new object. Operators, the operators that have two operands such as the arithmetic operators plus, minus, multiplication, division are referred as binary operators. Organization, it has no header files code written in line. As C++ and C has the header files like conio.h and stdio.h. But in C Sharp it has no header files, no declaration order dependencies. It is a small example of C Sharp program as you can.
Assalamualaikum, I am Larab and now I will tell you the features of C Sharp. Firstly, you can see here it is a small example of C Sharp in which we use using system, and without using system we can't run the program. And there is also we use a console and without console you also can't run the program. And every C++ language statement ends with semicolon, as we use there. It ends with semicolon, just like C++ and C language. This is also an example of C# language in which we are using class. Here we use public access specifier. By using public access specifier, the child class can access all the members of its parents class. Now there is a next feature, which is type system, and type system have two types. First, value type, and the second, reference type. Value type directly contain data, cannot be null, while reference type contain references to objects and may be null. Now I will tell you the explanation of these. Firstly, reference type. Value type, instances of value types do not have referential identity nor referential comparison semantics. Equally and inequally comparisons for value type compare the actual value within the instances. On the other hand, reference type, in reference type it has the notion of referential identity. Each instance of a reference type is inherently distinct from every other instance. And the next is null. Null is the default value of reference type variable. Value types contain primitives, which are also known as data types. As we can see here, int I, where int is derived from integer, which is a keyword. It is also contain enums, structs, and reference types also contains classes, interfaces, arrays, and delegates. Predefined types, which has reference, signed, unsigned, character, floating point, and logical. And predefined types are simply aliases from system provided.
Assalamualaikum, I am Zambil, and now I will tell you about classes. A class is a construct that enables you to create your own custom types by grouping together variables of other types. सिंगल इनहेरिटेंस, मल्टीपल इनहेरिटेंस. सिंगल इनहेरिटेंस में जो है एक ही चाइल्ड क्लास होती है, और मल्टीपल इनहेरिटेंस में एक पेरेंट क्लास की ज़्यादा भी चाइल्ड क्लासेस हो सकती हैं. क्लास मेंबर्स में कॉन्स्टेंट्स, फील्ड्स, मेथड्स, प्रॉपर्टीज, इंडेक्सर्स, इवेंट्स, ऑपरेटर्स, कंस्ट्रक्टर्स, डिस्ट्रक्टर्स. नंबर 2 स्टैटिक एंड इंस्टेंस मेंबर्स. नंबर 3 नेस्टेड टाइप्स. मेंबर एक्सेस में पब्लिक, प्रोटेक्टेड, इंटरनल, प्राइवेट. पब्लिक में चाइल्ड क्लास पेरेंट क्लास के तमाम मेंबर्स को एक्सेस कर सकती है. प्रोटेक्टेड में जो है मेंबर्स को एक्सेस नहीं कर सकती, और प्राइवेट में प्रोग्राम ही कंपाइल नहीं होता. स्ट्रक्ट. A struct cannot inherit from another struct or class. It can be the base of a class. It is inherit from base class object. In C#, classes and structs are semantically different. Like classes, except stored in line, no heap allocated heap. It is a general term used for any memory that is allocated dynamically and randomly, typically out of order. No inheritance. Ideal for lightweight objects, complex, point, rectangle, color, int, float, double, etc. are all structs. Benefits: no heap allocation, less pressure, more efficient use of memory. क्लासेस एंड स्ट्रक्ट. यहाँ हमने क्लासेस और स्ट्रक्ट को कंबाइन कर दिया है, और स्ट्रक्ट और क्लासेस पे हमने पहले वेरिएबल डिक्लेयर कराए हैं और बाद में उनकी वैल्यूज़ इनिशियलाइज करवा दी हैं. एनम्स. एनम इज़ अ सेट ऑफ नेम्ड इंटीजर कांस्टेंट. में जो है ऑपरेटर्स यूज़ होते हैं, बिटवाइज ऑपरेटर यूज़ होते हैं, इंक्रीमेंट, डिक्रीमेंट और बाइनरी ऑपरेटर यूज़ होते हैं. और डाटा टाइप्स हैं इसकी बाइट, शॉर्ट, इंट, लॉन्ग. एग्जांपल में जो है कलर्स दिए हुए हैं और उनकी साथ में बाइट्स डिफाइन की गई हैं. यूनिफाइड टाइप सिस्टम. एवरीथिंग इज एन ऑब्जेक्ट. All types ultimately inherit from object. Any piece of data can be stored, transported and manipulated with no extra work. ऑब्जेक्ट से सारी चीज़ें इनहेरिट हो रही हैं. स्ट्रीम, हैश टेबल, इंट, डबल, ये सब ऑब्जेक्ट से इनहेरिट हो रहे हैं, और मेमोरी स्ट्रीम और फाइल स्ट्रीम जो है स्ट्रीम से इनहेरिट हो रहे हैं. बॉक्सिंग. एलोकेट्स बॉक्स, copies value into it. Boxing. It is the operation of converting a value type object into value of corresponding reference type. Unboxing. Unboxing. It is the operation of converting a value of a reference type into a value type. Unboxing is in C# an explicit type.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Sidra. Now I am going to tell you about the language features of C#. Attributes. An attribute is a decorative tag that is used to convey information to runtime about the behavior of various elements like classes, methods, structure in your program. Attributes can be attached to types and members. It examined at runtime using reflection. What is runtime? Runtime, it is a period in which program is running, and we use reflection. We can be able to find out details of an object. The next feature is completely extensible. Simply a class that inherits from system attributes. Next is type safe. Arguments check at compile time. It also check the errors and arguments that are come. What is a web service? Firstly, I tell you difference between HTML and XML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It have predefined tags, and it is a user-to-machine language. And other is XML. XML stands for Extensible Markup Language. It is also called SOAP. It have user-defined tags, and it is a machine-to-machine language. Both have same infrastructure, same programming model, and they are scalable distributed applications in two steps, stateless and loosely coupled. And other is both internet and intranet. Internet is a worldwide network, and intranet a network within the organism. The next feature of C# is operator overloading. You can redefine or overload most of the built-in operators available in C#. Thus, a program can use operators with the user-defined types as well. Operator overloaded are functions with special names. The keyword operator followed key the symbol for the operator being defined. Here is the example of operator overloading, in which we use the arithmetic operator for overload, and we also use the public access specifier for struct and private access specifier for initializing the variables.
These are the books of C# that can help you to learn more about C#. These are the customers of C#. I hope this video will help you to learn more about C#. Thank you so much for watching.